Cheers, YouTube and Facebookers. Hello to the Trantham's channel. Alright, I had some hits and some messages about my guitar videos, lessons, tips and advice, how to do this, how to do that. I'm going to give a topic that I'm very familiar with. I've been through a lot of times. How to start a band and the expectations, what you expect from a band. Alright, during this video I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, what you should do, like how you should go about it, and what you should do. This is just the beginning of getting started, getting a band started. I might make a video what you should do as a band and your expectations later on in the band, but this topic is how to start a band and where to go from there. First of all, you have to ask yourself, are you committed? A band is a commitment. It's like dating a girl. It's like committed to a job, committed to a friend. You have to be committed to the band, and you have to put your full focus and your undivided attention to it, because it shouldn't be a joke to you, and it shouldn't be a part-time gig just fucking playing in a band. It's a serious thing, and it's a lot of benefits from it. So make sure you're committed and you know what you're doing, and how much are you willing to put in. Are you willing to give everything you got? I'm not saying quit your daytime job or whatever, but how much work are you willing to put in to get some good results out of it? Because a band is a lot of work. It fuels off what you put in. What you put in shows. It may not be in the beginning, but whatever work and fucking ideas you put in, you're gonna get out a lot more in return. After you answer that question to yourself, you got to figure out some goals on what you expect to get out of a band. Do you just want to do it to get chicks, to meet people? You have a passion for music, and if you want to make songs, you want to make a CD, you want to play concerts, you want to play gigs. Do you just want to do it because you're bored? Is there something else new to do? Next thing, you should figure out what kind of sound and music you want to create that you enjoy. Make sure you're in a band that plays music that you like and you actually listen to. I've seen a lot of musicians play outside of their genre of music. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but from my experience, make sure it's the type of music you like playing, that you're actually passionate about, that you have a lot of energy and ideas and examples to put into the band. If you're like into like a heavy metal band, don't join a country band just to be in a band. You go join a heavy metal band. Nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you know what kind of style you want to play before you even get started with a band. You have to then figure out your limitations and skill of your playing abilities. You don't want to be in a shredding band when you don't shred, like fucking. Make sure that whatever your limitations are, that wherever you know and you're learning and what you can learn, don't ever overshoot your expectations and your abilities to play, because if you're going for that, you're not going to go far. My idea is simplicity is a gracious thing to be in a band, and your abilities to play. You might want to challenge yourself while you're in the band to get better, but don't overshoot your abilities and trying to play what you have no idea what you're playing. After you answer all these questions and criteria to figure out why you want a band, what you want to get from the band, and what kind of band that you want to be in, next tip, you're going to need musicians with some similar interests and similar goals. This part can be tricky to do. I know back in high school days it was a little bit easier because you wore your band shirts to school. There's musicians everywhere, especially if you go to a big school. There's going to be a lot of musicians there. There's like guitar clubs you can go to in school. But find people that can relate and like the same kind of music that you like, and they want to create the same kind of music that you do. Because it makes it easier when you start making music, because y'all can have similar ideas, similar taste in music. You're gonna like the same thing, because I've been in a band where I like this kind of music, and this kind of style, and the other person didn't like any of my ideas, and their ideas they had, I didn't agree with. So it's hard to find band members, but make sure you have similar interests and similar taste in music. You don't want to fucking find someone who hates every idea that you have, any kind of music that you like, and vice versa with them. And here's some tips and tricks how to find musicians from my experience that worked out with me and helped me out a lot. Craigslist, there is a musician tab where you can post if you're wanting to join a band, people that are looking for other band members. Some people might be looking for an instrument, someone play that instrument that you play. Craigslist does a lot of wonders for musicians. There's a whole tab for it. There's gigs that you can look up to play, paying gigs, other musicians looking for bands. That is a good tool that I used a lot when I was in a band and when I was looking for a band. Another thing, social media. Yes, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Everyone who is anyone who has a Facebook or another social media, you can look for musicians on there. Your friends might be musicians. They can post a lot of guitar videos, the pictures of them playing guitar, drums, whatever. It's a helpful tool, and you can actually communicate over that and see where you want to get started from there. And you can actually do like the fucking pre-interview with them, if you want to call it that, getting started. Another way, like I said, friends of friends and friends that you might know, because usually musicians have other musicians as friends, and just it's good when you're really already friends, starting out, you know each other, and just fucking started a band. Good for you. Another way to find musicians is concerts and the local scene for musicians. Of course, when you go to a concert, there's going to be there's going to be tons of musicians there. I'm not saying everyone's a musician there at a concert, but you can always meet new people there who have creative ideas and actually want to be in a band. You already know they have a passion for music because they're already fucking there at the concert, and if it's a concert that you like, they're going to have similar taste in music, so that helps out a lot. Another way to find musicians, go to your music store, go to Guitar Center, because it's a place for musicians. If you see someone playing drums that's good, talk to them, interact with them, and talk to them and see if they want to jam or get the ball rolling and get in a band started. I haven't done this in a long time, but I used to do this. Flyers, either at a record store, music store, like Guitar Center, CD store that sells like old school vinyls. You don't see those much anymore. You can put flyers around your neighborhood, stop signs, on the side of the road, whatever gets people's attention. It works, I promise. Okay, after finding your musicians, conversate your influences, their experiences, your experiences. Share each other resources that you might have, that you might know. You might know a venue that you can play as local bands. You might want to discuss finding a jam room. It's like a first date. You don't go full guns blazing. You don't even have to jam the first time. Just get that conversation so you know what their expectations from a band and what they want to do with the band. It helps out a lot. That first conversation, I remember like fucking 6 or 7 of those conversations I remember from different bands. And it does wonders, I promise you that. Y'all, even if it's just one other musician that you're playing with, share ideas, what you want. See if y'all, what kind of skills you know, because you might know some recording skills, some micing skills, some pro audio skills, different amps techniques, guitar techniques. It's like getting to know each other on a musician level. Change the page. Okay, discuss each other's playing styles and ideas. See if they already have an original work. That does a lot of helpful when you're in a band. See what kind of style they kind of play. They might differ from you. It might be similar with you. See how they play. See if you can play with it. See if what they're playing inspires you, and vice versa. Whatever you're playing and having original work, make sure it inspires them. They can work with you. Because I've been with some musicians where they're fucking just Steve Vai, and I can try to play rhythm with that, but I don't know what they're playing. Because not all musicians know time signatures. They don't know how to keep a beat. They're always off beat. See what their playing abilities are, and see if you can play with it. It's always nice when the other musicians already have original work out there, because you can build off that. It's a big time saver. Even if make sure what I like to do, have some original songs that I wrote, and see if they like it, and make sure you have, when you have the idea of an original song, that it's able to be changed, because it's not going to be fucking dead on from that. You're not going to be like a Perfect Circle or fucking Billy Howardale has like fucking all the tabs and fucking everything work out already, map set out. Like I said earlier, see if anyone has recorded knowledge, because after you start getting to know each other and start jamming, you're going to want to record yourself so other people from can hear your music, either making an EP, a little CD, make it demos online so they can go to your website and listen to you, so they can get an idea, so when if they haven't seen you yet, they can listen to you if they want to go see you. See if anyone knows if they have any jam room space, because that's one of the biggest problems I come across, having nowhere to fucking practice. Yeah, you all may have your own instruments, and you can't play if you live in an apartment. Of course, you can't have a full fucking concert at your house. Some people have sheds or trailers in the backyard that we use. Sometimes we were able to use the living room as jam rooms. Another thing to find out about the other musicians in your band, see when they're able to practice, and what days they're free to practice. Sometimes maybe it's once a week, sometimes it's a few times a week. I have roommates before that we can just jam anytime when we get off work. That usually what happens when I get in a band, I become a roommate with one of the musicians there, so we can just practice and fucking just live, fucking work, come home, fucking jam out, fucking sleep, wake up and do the whole shit over again. Another thing you have to realize, don't go and with a set of mind having an ego. Don't have any ego when you get into the band. That's one thing I dislike when I get started with a band. It's always that one person that has a fucking big ass ego. Any ideas they have, they don't want to change. They think they're better than everyone, that they're fucking some different level of playing than you, that any ideas they have, they're going to shoot down because it's different from what they want to do. Just be open to every fucking musician that's in your band, interpretations and conversation and ideas that they have. I promise you, that's what a band is. It's a collaboration of different musicians coming together to make a song. So it's not just going to be one person. It's not going to be like fucking this person writes all their music and you play along with them. No, it's nothing like that. Even that fucking give ideas and give fucking ways or different ways it sounds good. For me, like when I write a riff, I love when they come up with different ideas, because their ears are going to be different from my ears. I'm not going to hear the same thing they're going to hear. I might be like, hey, add this little beat to it, add this little note, let this note ring more. Be open to interpretations and ideas. Let that fucking build up into a fucking whole song, and everyone gets their input in. Because I've been in some bands where they just play, they have like no ideas. They're like, yeah, sounds good. It's not bad having ideas or different ideas of how things should change or what it should sound like or how it should be played. It's good. It's good conversating, getting on each other's level. Next thing to realize, bring each other's confidence up. Like, if they're playing a fucking badass riff or they're playing really good, let them know. Because you don't want to hear all negative things. Even with if you're in a band, would you want to be in a band with someone that says that sucks? No, sorry. Be in a band and fucking bring each other's confidence up. It's like a band of brothers or a family. A band is a second family, in my opinion. So, and point out their strengths. Tell them what they're good at. Tell them you like this, how they do this, that you wish you knew how to do that. You want to learn from them. And you want the feeling to be vice versa. You want them to point out your strengths, what you're good at. They know what you're good at, and they know what to expect from you. That's always a good plus thing. My last tip for this video is already 15 minutes. I might make a part 2. learn how to play off each other. I will go into detail what that means. Let's say if you have another guitarist in your band, because I'm a guitarist also, and they come up with a riff, learn how to adapt and play what they're playing, and how to play with it. Or with a drum, you might have some timekeeping trouble. I do sometimes also. Like, I come home and play with a metronome, so I can stay in beat. If you're a drummer, learn how to play with other musicians, because like sometimes in most bands, they're playing at home and they're just playing whatever. Learn, like, from basses, vocals, learn how to play off each other. Learn the melody, make up melody, and how to fucking build off and play with each other. That's one of the biggest things when you get started. Learn their abilities and how you can add to it and how to play with it. This is D Tranthams. Being in a band, how to start a band, and the expectations. This is not fucking just what you should do, like what you in the middle process, I guess you would call it. Being in the band, playing venues, and fucking whatever. This is the beginning of it. How to start a band and what you should, how to start a band. That's fucking retarded of me to say, but how to the process and what you should expect from being in a band. This is my video, 16 minutes. Like, subscribe. If you have any comments, any suggestions about this video or any other videos, or just want to be rhino, let me know. Love ya. Bye-bye.